Okay, let's have a look at the settings for Call Manager, which is over here on my left. Call Manager, first of all, you can switch it on or off. When it's switched on, it will automatically organize your calls according to the settings made here. It can assign them different priorities, the tasks, it can assign to different priorities and put them in different queues. These are the default settings which work for most people. They all go in the same queue. We haven't differentiated on that, and we give them different priority levels. The other thing to note is that when this goes in the calls today selection, that will be ordered on the LCI index, the line connection index. So automatically, the lower LCI calls will be at the bottom of that list. Here we've set a threshold value of LCI down here at the bottom, LCI limit. What that means is anything with a line connection index below that amount will be considered very unlikely to connect, and that is given in this schema, it's given a low priority. These are the working calls. The priority calls are those which have a higher connection index than that. So it's differentiated on that basis. Scheduled calls are ones where we've agreed to have a call. We've already connected with the user, so we know that they're willing to talk to us, and that is automatically assigned a higher priority in this schema here for scheduled calls. And then the fourth type of call that we've got is a brand new call, so the first time we're calling this prospect. So we haven't been able to even judge what kind of line it is, what kind of probability there is of getting through, and those are those are considered the new calls. In practice, where you see this applied is in the calls today function. Let's have a quick look at that. So up here, I'm going to select lists and then go up here on the Save Filters button, calls today. And here we have a list of all of the calls. They are presented here in order of their line connection index, which is over here. Can you see this? So the high line connection index are at the top, the low ones at the bottom. Notice that these bottom three are all below that threshold value that we set for the working calls versus the priority calls. So these have all been given the low priority according to our schema, whereas the medium priority are the higher priority calls because they have a higher connection index. And then right at the top, the highest priority are the scheduled calls that we put in there. Notice that in our setup here, we're putting them all in the same call queue because that's how personally I like to organize things, but you may wish to organize your workflow differently. So that's how we use the call manager and how we set it up. Used properly, it can dramatically increase your productivity. An hour spent doing calls will have double the normal connection rate if you work through the queue in the order of that calls today queue, with the highest connection probability ones first. So Call Manager is hugely powerful, a great way of saving you time and making you far, far more efficient in your sales process.